and Florida. Welcome to the Sega Star Kids Challenge.
Hello there, I'm Scott Baio, and welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood for the Sega Star Kids Challenge. Over the next 2 packed hours, you're going to see your favorite celebrity kids competing in a variety of grueling contests that will test their strength and their skill, not to mention their guts. And it's not all just for fun. These star kids are playing for 4 very good causes. Mothers Against Drunk Driving, United Cerebral Palsy, Easter Seals, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Joining me is someone whom you all know from head of the class, Pryor. Hey, how's it going? Lisa, you ready for this?
I sure am, you know, and so are the Star Kids. You know, they tell me that it's a real change of pace for them to be doing something for charity instead of, like, taping a TV show or acting in a film. Yeah. And they love competing with kids their own age.
Oh, speaking of age, how old were you when you started on head of the class?
I was 19 years old.
Wow, late bloomer, huh?
No, I was busy flirting with all the guys, you know what I mean?
Sure you were.
So, Scott, how old were you when you started in Happy Days?
Well, I was 42, but they had a very good makeup team, made me look a lot younger.
Yeah, well, they must have had, because you sure fooled me.
Well, we're not fooling here today. This contest is for real, and the big winners are the charities.
So, you seem like you're really good at this. I mean, have you participated in this sort of thing before?
I have been involved in a few contests, but this one is for kids. We have 4 teams in the Sega Star Kids Challenge. Each team has 7 kids here in Hollywood and 2 kids at Universal Studios Florida. Speaking of which, let's send it to Orlando right now and join Phil Moore of Nick Arcade. Phil.
Thanks, guys. We're here at Universal Studios Florida in Orlando. We're about to rock and roll and have a good time. Are we ready? Yeah! I would say that we are. Now, we've got 2 kids from each team and 2 events. The Sega Star Kids Challenge version of the Alphabet Game and the Terrible Web. We'll also pay a visit to the Wild Wild West Stunt Show, and our kids will get the inside scoop on how to be a stuntman. Or woman. Or woman from Hair Lady, yes. And as you can tell, these kids are feeling incredibly psyched. Right, guys? Yeah, right. All right, so who's going to win the contest? Okay, well, listen. Well, as you can see, we are all set for some hot and heavy action here in the Sunshine State. But now, let's send you back to Universal Studios Hollywood for some wild stuff about to happen there. Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. Everybody there looks really pumped. Also joining us here in Hollywood to get the real news from the trenches is our special roving field reporter from Beverly Hills 90210, Mr. Bryan Austin Green. Hey, all right.
Boy, yeah, it never hurts to add another go-hung to the lineup, I say.
What do you say? You feeling prepared for your job of getting us all the inside scoop on these kids?
Well, I don't think anything prepares you for the kind of hot and heavy action that's going to be going on, you know, out on the field. But I'm going to try to keep up with them if I can.
All right, well, we better get started. And who better to help us get things going than our commissioner for this event? After pounding away on the gridiron for the New England Patriots, the Cleveland Browns, and the Los Angeles Raiders, this man certainly knows what's tough and what's fluff. Mr. Bob Golic. Hey, Bob.
Brian, how you guys doing?
So, Bob, have you had a look at our Star Kids team?
I sure have, and the great lineup of talent here just proves that you don't have to be a Pro Bowl linebacker to be a tough customer.
So, you ready to go, Commissioner Bob?
You bet, and we've got a great day of sports ahead of us with all kinds of competitions. There's something for everybody here. We've got boat races, foot races, even hedgehog races. I know. I'm excited, too. We've got obstacle courses, crazy mazes, and dizzy waiters, and before we're through, we'll have these kids climbing the walls, literally.
Oh, that's a lot to get in, so we better get started. Let's meet our Sega Star Kid competitors. Our first team is playing for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Here are the amazing Aqua acrobats. He plays JT on the ABC hit show Step by Step, Brandon Call. Our Major Dad, she's the Major's middle daughter, Nicole Dubuc. Also from CBS's Major Dad, Chelsea Hertford. From the cast of Fox Network's True Colors, Adam Jeffries. Direct from the Disney Channel's Kids Incorporated, it's Haylie Johnson. He's Slater on Saved by the Bell, Mario Lopez. She plays Sarah Henderson on Harry and the Hendersons, Carol Ann Plante. For Nickelodeon's Welcome Freshman, Jill Setter. And we know him as Mark on ABC's hit show Home Improvement, Taran Smith.
Now for the Easter Seals team. Here are the Blazing Blue Barbarians. She's Dorothy Jane on NBC's The Torkelson, Olivia Burnette. Young Indiana Jones himself, it's Corey Carrier. He's Joey Russo on Blossom, Joey Lawrence. From the hit TV series I'll Fly Away, Ashlee Levitch. We know her as Becca Thatcher on ABC's Life Goes On, Kellie Martin. Since the age of 8, he's been growing up on growing pains, Jeremy Miller. Paul Pfeiffer on the Wonder Years, Josh Saviano. She played Stephanie on ABC's Full House, Jodie Sweetin. And from Saved by the Bell, Tiffani-Amber Thiessen.
And playing for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, here are the Courageous Choral Crusaders. From NBC's Blossom, it's Blossom herself, Mayim Bialik. Miss Teen USA, Janel Bishop. From the hit show Home Improvement, Zachery Bryan. Step by Step's own Josh Byrne. And he plays Zach on Saved by the Bell, Mark Paul Gosselaar. She's on Royal Family, Sylver Gregory. From NBC's new show, Walter and Emily, Matthew Lawrence. We know her as Brenda Drexel on Drexel's Class, Brittany Murphy. And for 8 years, he's been Jonathan Bauer on ABC's Who's the Boss, Danny Pintaro.
And for the United Cerebral Palsy team, also known as the Fabulous Fuchsia Fiends, from Evening Shade, it's Candace Hudson. She's Chrissy Seaver on ABC's Growing Pains, Ashlee Johnson. Otis Drexel's other daughter on Drexel's Class, AJ Langer. From Family Matters, Darius McCrary. He's a teenage Jesse James on The Young Riders, Christopher Pettit. From Nickelodeon's Welcome Freshman, David Roden. Home Improvement's own, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Blossom's best friend, Jenna Von Oy. And from ABC's Step by Step, Angela Watson.
I know. Like I said, Scott, it's a powerhouse of talent. Okay, guys, let's keep it clean and let's have some fun. That's all right. All right.
The Sega Star Kids Challenge is being brought to you by Sega, leading the 16-bit revolution with Genesis. And by Three Musketeers Bar. Three Musketeers, big on chocolate. We'll be right back.
The Universal Studios Hollywood, where the Miami Vice Stunt Show is the location for our first event in the Sega Star Kids Challenge.
You know, Scott, normally this place is filled with surprise galore at every turn for those enjoying this part of the Universal Studios tour.
Yeah, but today it's going to be our kids who are making the waves in the first event, which is the canoe relay race.
And this is how it works. There are 4 competitors to a team, 2 to a canoe. The first canoe leaves the starting line for the designated dock.
That's right. When they get there, those 2 people jump out and 2 of their teammates get in, and they have to paddle as fast as they can to the finish line, and then obviously the team back to the finish line first is the winner, and that's it.
Well, that's not quite it, is it, Scott?
Yeah, they switch places, and the team back to the finish line first wins, and that's it, right?
No, I mean, they can do more stuff, can't they?
Like what?
You know, like teasing, splashing,
Oh,
bumping
of
into the
course,
other
Ray, come on. That goes without saying. I mean, what's a good canoe race without a little messing around? Am I right, guys? I say no. We know what we're talking about. Okay, now let's throw it over to Brian Green.
Scott, I've got 2 guys here who are both water nuts. Christopher Pettit from the Fabulous Fuchsia Fiends. Now, you do just about anything on top of the water, right? You do surfing and sailing and trick water skiing.
Yeah, I'm not in this event right now, but plan to get into the water later on today.
Okay, and we have Mayim Bialik of the Courageous Choral Crusaders. Now, because of your interest in marine biology, you like stuff under the water.
Yeah, I like all the animals and stuff under the water, and he is an animal on top of the water, so we're direct opposites.
Well, by golly. So, who's going to win this event, you think?
We are, for
I
sure.
don't think so. No, we are. You can see our team is much more ready than your team. We're going to win.
We'll get over there and see.
I'm here at the starting line with my competitors. I mean, the competitors. Are you ready? Yeah! Then let's get sailing, guys.
Also joining us in the booth for the play-by-play, Alex Backus.
All set? On your mark. Get set.
There's the horn. Everybody off to a clean start. Aqua pulls to an early lead.
And Josh Saviano, Tiffani-Amber seem to have the inside track here.
But the Aqua boat with Mario Lopez and Caroline Plante still fighting, seem to be holding that lead a little bit.
They're trying to push him into the wall, Bob.
I think everybody's got to fight to get that inside lane right now, that shortest distance around that dock.
See, they just got pushed into it right there.
Fuchsia team is right in the dock there. I don't think they're going to make it out.
The team that seems to be able to control that corner may come out on top.
There
against the future team. Struggling.
And I got to remember, at the end of this first leg here, they're going to have to actually get out of the rafts, get a second set of contestants in, and take it to the finish.
You're right, Bob. It makes that exchange all the more important.
So you see Josh and Tiffany went too wide on the turn. I'm having a problem right now.
I actually don't think they knew what they were doing.
All right, here we are to exchanges. Who's that first boat to the dock?
Well, the first ones there are Mario Lopez and Caroline Plante, and taking the second leg for Aqua will be Nicole Dubuc and Brandon Call.
Blue makes a good exchange. Coral's at the dock, too. The blue boat, Joey Lawrence and Kellie Martin.
They're having a problem, the blue boat. Joey Lawrence and Kellie having a problem getting in that boat. Here they go.
And Darius McCurry and AJ Linger are still at the dock.
The Coral team of Mayim, Bialik, and Mark Paul Gosselaar made a great exchange and seem to be taking the lead.
And a tremendous push-up by Mario Lopez.
Oh, no, the future team.
We've got people in the water.
Overboard. Oh, no.
I think about half the fuchsia team
AJ
there.
Linger's in the water.
Fuchsia getting their laundry done early. And the Coral team already at the turning point. Look at them go, Mayim and Mark.
Pure teamwork.
Unbelievable. Joey Lawrence is battling to get his team up for points, but Coral is going to take this one swimmingly. Look at Mark Paul showing everybody who the winning team is as Mayim Bialik brings it in across the finish line.
Nicole Dubuc, Brandon Call coming in second. They took their second leg a little bit wide.
And Joey Lawrence still tries to get to the finish line.
Boy, when you take a look at this replay, you'll see that the exchange is where this race was won. Let's go to Scott with the winning team.
Congratulations, you guys. I got to ask one question. Who pushed you off the thing over there? Jeez, I really wouldn't know. I mean, it was... Hey, no, that's a wonder for you guys. I know that. Yeah. You, I think, in second or third place. I want to know who did it.
Well, I had the sort of distinct thought that might help us win. You know,
It did help you win. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Way to go, Mark. Thank you. Good job, Mayim. Sylver, congrats. And Darius and AJ are in another dimension, another time zone. The space shuttle can't help them.
Look at the scoreboard, shows the Coral team out in front with 100 points with that water-soaked victory.
And now get your popcorn ready for a Sega Star Kids home movie. Produced, directed, and shot by Darius McCrary.
This year getting all made up pretty just so she can get sweaty and messed up. You should have seen her when she fell in the water. Yesterday was hilarious. I mean, it was so funny. I mean, but there's not many women that can fall in the water and look gorgeous even when they get out. What do you want? I give you a compliment. Come on now. Angie, she's on my team. She did a great job on the water. She was holding the water, and she did, I'm bumping into things. She did a great job. Look at the back of Angie's head. That's the back of Angie's head, ladies and gentlemen. She's on step by step. Just cut it up the young riders, ladies and gentlemen. For all you ladies. Hey. This is crazy. Jonathan. Jonathan. Got him there. There's Jonathan. Jonathan. My homeboy Jonathan. Oh, what can I say, Jonathan? Thomas Home Improvement. That is my boy. He's the dope. He's the bomb. He's a champion. She's good. AJ is an athlete, ladies and gentlemen. She's dope. The girl's dope. Look at this. She's pretty. I saw her she had on a wetsuit the other day, and she said it's straight in the swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated. I was like, dang. And our mascot, Ashlee. She is so adorable. Look at that smile. Hi, Ashlee. How you doing, sweetie?